gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time for the Findus Challenge Cup main event. It's the final. What a great weekend of hockey we've had, and it's culminating here with the Coventry Blaze going head-to-head with the Fife Flyers up next. And we're underway. Coventry making their way through with a dramatic win over the Basingstoke Bison, coming from 3 goals down to eventually win on penalty shots. And then the Fife Flyers having a rather easier road with a commanding win over the Peterborough Pirates in those semifinals. And Gary, so far it's been a great weekend of hockey. Of course, you were the head coach of Great Britain, who had an earlier win over Romania.
Yeah, it's been an excellent weekend of hockey, Nick. I think at the end of the day, when you look at it, this is going to be a weekend to remember, and obviously one that the British National Ice Hockey League are going to want to continue for many years to come. It's been a great sponsor and a great asset to ice hockey, and we are very proud to be associated with them.
Fife Flyers now with control. Todd Judeman. We've got the Judeman brothers out there and the King brothers, so it confuses us at the best of times, doesn't it, eh? I'm trying not
to all those brothers easy out there on both sides.
Carpenter hits Roberts. Roberts cross ice dump. Got a penalty call on the play, not even a minute old. And we have a cross-checking call coming up against Kerry Viette of the Fife Flyers. And I know that was a big key for the Fife Flyers. Viette is going to be physical, but yet stay on the ice.
Well, Viette is a feisty character out there. Obviously, Fife are not well known for their physical attributes. They're a very fast-flowing, well-skating hockey club, and Kerry brings a little bit more oomph to their game. But again, a key guy that you can't afford to have sitting in the penalty box. This is going to be a very important couple minutes for Fife to kill this off.
And likewise, it could be an important couple minutes for the Coventry Blaze. The other day, they fell 3 goals behind. I'm sure they don't want that to happen here. Steve Carpenter's going to have to collect the puck. Try and set things up. Bert leaves it. Carpenter steps in front of the net. Goes for the pass. Hits Robert in the arm. Roberts brings it down. Winds up, he shoots! Silver with the save. Roberts got the big cannon. Cooper keeps it in. Stevie Chartrand sets up behind the line. Up to the point. Carpenter moves it out front. The shot pass comes in. Roberts gets a deflection. And Sean Silver holds on. No problem.
Well, Nick, they got Coventry getting good control of the puck. They're getting their possession. They're holding their ground. They're trying to get the puck right from the shot. But you'll see here, Stevie Roberts has a cannon, and he lets one unleashed there. Sean Silver making a great save to deflect it in the corner. But those are the guys they're going to have to key on, this big line of Chartrand, Dumas, and Roberts, because they definitely will be a threat in this game.
Cooper across to Carpenter. Carpenter keeping it in here on the near side. Sends it around behind the goal. Steve Chartrand right up front tries to feed. Roberts can't get a handle on it. Coventry have to regroup in the neutral ice. Stephen Cooper to Carpenter. Carpenter across the line. He's got Claude Dumas driving. .45 seconds to go. Kerry Viette's penalty. Carpenter with a puck down low. Looks out front for Dumas. Sean Johnson. Good effort to try and keep that puck in. Johnson, one of the best players on the ice the other day for Coventry, was completely consistent. One of probably the only guys that gave a complete 60-minute effort, wasn't he?
Well, we talked to Paul Thompson after that game. Obviously he wasn't very happy with the 40 minutes that they played, and there was some harsh words said in between the last second and third period, which really gave those guys a boost. Now, obviously they got to get off to that start again. They got to finish and start how they finished off on Saturday. If they don't, they can find themselves behind the 8 ball again.
And Kerry Viette now is about to return to the ice. The Fife Flyers have successfully filled off the penalty and a giveaway. Judeman with the puck. Mark Judeman. And he loses the handle on it. I think he was looking for the pass. And the puck just rolled off his stick, but he gets a shot. Now a rebound. Ian Roberts puts it over the net. Robertson. Was it Robertson? Yeah. Picked up the rebound.
I'll say it was Kerry Viette that got in there for the rebound. But that was great action from Fife. A mistake in the corner that led to Dudium getting the puck. But you see there, Mark Dudium getting that shot in, with Biet crashing to the net, and that's what he's going to have to do all game. And they've got to get in front of these goalies' faces. They've got to crash the net. They've got to create chances right in front of that crease. And I think that's where you'll see a lot of goals come. You're not going to see goals coming from outside in this game.
Not with these two hot goalies.
Well, goaltending is definitely going to be the key in this game. I mean, you know, Silver wasn't really tested yesterday, I guess, more than anything. I mean, their game was obviously the weaker of the two. But Bert had a great number of big saves that he had to pull off yesterday against Basingstoke. And, you know, I'm sure that these two guys are pretty focused at the present moment.
Soderstrom gets it up to Roberts. He just dumps it in. Michael Tasker giving chase with Mark Morrison picking up the puck. Off the wall and out. Coventry. Robertson with a shot. And Sean Silver holds on to it just a little too long, but Morrison's not happy with Irvine. They're having a few words. Irvine, completely different character than he used to be. Paul Thompson giving him the assistant captain role this year. Said it's calmed him down, giving him a bit of maturity, and he's playing some great hockey, isn't he?
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, you know, obviously by wearing an assistant's badge or a captain's badge, I mean, it does bring that extra responsibility. It keeps you focused, and maybe that's what he felt by giving him that would help him keep him concentrated in the game more.
Certainly has. I can imagine a couple of years ago, Irvine would have been chirping back at Morrison there. But good discipline. Coventry haven't got a penalty yet. Fife have killed off one so far. Just over 4 minutes gone. No score yet. Carpenter up to Dumas. Roberts picks up the puck, but in an offside position.
You see Stevie Roberts. I mean, he's been a big name as a player in this country over the last few years, and he's definitely bringing a lot of punch to the Coventry game at the present moment. I know that Paul was looking at him in the off-season and was really fortunate to get him in the end. I mean, obviously the demise of Newcastle and things like that was opened up a few big names for the BNL.
Kerry Biet drives. He gets hooked down. We have a penalty call on the play against Carpenter. And Carpenter's chirping with Biet, saying maybe he dove, but I don't think Carpenter has much of a case there.
No, I think you see it, you know, with Carpenter how to take it, Biet's speed. You'll see Biet keeps his legs going. You know, Carpenter's trying to hold him up there. He's staying with him. Carpenter's legs doesn't move, but you'll see him pull him straight down there. That's good work for Biet to try to get around him. But at the end of the day, you're a defenseman. You got to stop these guys somehow, some way.
Well, there's no doubt about it. If Carpenter would have not hooked him down, Biet would have been on a clear scoring chance. So you talk about those good penalties or bad penalties. Shot comes in from the point. Hilton Ruggles. Now over the line, he's going to hold on to it, I imagine, for as long as he can. He sends it in on Silver. Silver, it's in the glove, and he's forced to hang on to it.
A bit of pressure. Ruggles coming in there. Hilton Ruggles again doing what he does best, buzzing around in front of that net. You'll see here he's got a good move. He makes a little move to the outside and just gets a good shot on net. You put the shot on net, things happen. This time Silver holds on to it and gets the call.
Kerry Biet sets up behind his net. He dishes it off to Todd Dudeman. Dudeman gains the line. In down low, heads up. Dishes it off to his brother Mark. Mark now has Morris on the point. Feeds him. Back to Mark Dudeman. Dudeman down low. Fife keeping the puck at the perimeter. Coventry on a good kill. Now inside. He shoots. He scores! Todd Dudeman on the power play. Steps up behind.
Well, first blood to the Fife Flyers here. Good work down from Mark Dudeman to keep it in. You see it's number 41. Is that Kerry Biet in there? Todd Dudeman getting in there and getting that goal. That was a great shot. He had to go high as you see Bert come down low on him. But he had enough room to get that puck over his back, and that's first blood to the Fife Flyers.
Well, there you go. Fife Flyers draw first blood. They're crediting it to number 41, Monteith.
Well, Monteith was definitely buzzing in around that area. I mean, he was definitely the one that was sort of creating, and he's a big, strong kid. When you get him in tight like that, it's hard for the defense to keep him out of there. And it's obviously paid off in Fife. I guess this is really a psychological battle now. I mean, with Fife getting that first goal, they've got the edge right at the moment. It'll be interesting to see how Coventry bounce back from it.
Well, Kurt Irvine and Michael Tasker bouncing right back, crashing and banging down low. But Fife keeping to the outside, some good defensive play. We're going to face off.
British against British. Wishart down there working good for the Fife Flyers. Task in there, muscling, doing what he does best, bumping and grinding in the corners, trying to create some space for his fellow line mates out there.
And then the draw comes back. Soderstrom's shot doesn't find its target. Derek King clears the puck out of the zone, and Fife now through neutral ice. Dump it in. Soderstrom for Coventry. Behind the net. Up on the near wall. Kurt Irvine leaves it for Carpenter. Carpenter. Back up to Tasker. He shoots. Puck goes off of Kerry Viet's skate. Here comes Monteith. Monteith dumps it in the zone. Gives chase. Burke comes out to play it. Carpenter slides it around the boards, and Fife keep it in. Monteith and Carpenter battling away. Puck comes out front. No Flyer can get on the end of it. Here comes Claude Dumas up to Carpenter. Carpenter trying to bounce the puck off the boards back to Dumas, but it was called offside.
Yeah, he was just waiting. He was just trying to find that opening there, and he's just held on it to a little bit too long, but
good
just
call,
couldn't get
actually.
it. Yeah, absolutely.
Dumas had his skate in the air. It was close, but the linesman was correct. Shooing across the Cooper. Leaves it for Roberts. Winds up, he shoots. It gets deflected, goes off the mesh, and gets whistled down.
Well, I mean, this is where we're going now. I mean, you see Steve Roberts. I mean, we just got to, I think from Coventry's point of view, they got to keep going in there. They got to put pressure on Fife's defense. Fife doesn't have a large bench either, and they've got to wear them down. Now, I mean, okay, out of the two games, I'd probably say Fife is going to be a little bit more fresher. But, you know, they're going to have to put more pressure on from Coventry, and I think that's really one thing. Keep it in there and don't get them running around.
Fife winning the draw. I think that was Coach Charlie Cohen of the Basingstoke Bison said he only won about 25% of the face-offs the other day against Coventry. But Fife right now seems to be dominating that area, but we've got a penalty on the play here.
Got to be careful here. I know it's going to be Claude Dumas that's going off. Now, depending on what he's going to give him, he's going to give a boarding call on him. You've got to be watching that because, I mean, anytime that a guy's hit from behind, I mean, it could result in a 2 plus 10 minute penalty from hitting from behind. You'll see here, Dumas going in, working there. He just gets a stick over and crosses. I think it's Todd Dudiam that goes crashing into the boards.
Well, that was a pretty dangerous play there.
Well, it's always something that this game's trying to cut out. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, anytime anybody gets hit from behind, it's dangerous. It can result in serious injury. And, you know, the officials of this league have been told to crack down on any attempt like that. And if they're seen to be hitting somebody from behind, they're definitely going to be sitting for, you know, a good 2 plus 10. Anyways, we're back here now on the attack. I mean, Coventry having to defend again, kill this penalty off. It's 2 minutes. It's a crucial one for them. They definitely don't want Fife to get back and get another goal and be 2 goals down.
Puck attempted cleared, bounced off one of the players and into the Coventry box. Coach Paul Thompson throws it back onto the ice. There's Mark Dudeman. I thought he scored the first goal. Obviously went off someone's Monteith's stick. Deflected in or something, but you got an assist on it. Frank Morris and Monteith on the near side. Keep the puck in. Slash from Todd Dudeman. Soderstrom has launched the stick, so that's really going to play into the hands of the Flyers. Coventry already short-handed. The shot comes in, not hard, but doesn't find his target. Now we have a tripping call coming up.
And you see Todd Dudium going again now. He's going to even it up now. 2 minutes for tripping on that play. You'll see Dudium working down there. And Chartrand trying to get loose, trying to get out of there, but this Dudium stick just catches him and Chartrand goes tumbling to the ice.
So that'll even things up and it'll open up the ice surface 4-on-4. Two good skating teams, and this should be quite an interesting minute and 25 at least.
Well, there's two good skating teams out there. If they can both use this ice, they'll use it to their advantage, having a big space out there. And as we've seen in the games, the last couple of games, I mean, Fife like to move. They like to skate fast and hard, and this will definitely suit their game.
Sorry.
Coventry also got bodies out there that can shuffle their skates a bit too.
Ooh. Carpenter was looking to step up into Monteith there. Said that before this, Carpenter's one of the better open ice hitters around. If he hits you, you'll know about it. Roberts now on his off wing. Roberts drives. Good defensive play by Kerry Biette. Just pokes it out of the way and collects it, sends it across the ice to Frank Morris. Gets it to King. Back to Biette. Biette now. Hilton Ruggles picks it off. Hilton Ruggles has Soderstrom driving. Ruggles shoots. Silver holds on.
Sloppy turnover in the neutral zone by Fife. It allowed Ruggles to get in, grab the puck. As you see here, he goes for the shot. Hoping that his forward partner were going to come in there and pick up a rebound. But Silver grabs and hangs on and gets the whistle.
See that Fife Flyer away jersey. Pretty slick looking uniform.
They're smart uniforms.
Shot comes in. Sean Silver just looking very, very confident right now in the Fife Flyer net. Hilton Ruggles gets hacked by Derek King. We're going to have a penalty. And I don't know if he's going to call the trip or the slash. Let's call in the slash.
Well, he's gone in there. You'll see it there. There's a slash right there.
Bigger one comes
That's
up.
not the call. It's the trip that I think he gets him on for. And Mark Morrison's going to go off for 2 minutes for slashing.
So it is the slash then.
Well, you know, when you'll see it the first time, I mean, Thompson's arm doesn't go off. When they go around the back of the net, he slashed at him.
Yeah.
But that wasn't the initial one. It was when he went around the second time, just coming back around. That's where he got him on the slash. Slash, trip, it's all doesn't matter. It's a 2-minute penalty.
And it opens things up even more.
Well, it's going to give in 15 seconds. It's going to give Coventry the 5-on-3 advantage.
So we'll see if Sean Johnson can win the draw. He doesn't. He's ripping all the draws out of everyone's hands the other day. But they keep it in. Cooper directs it in on net. Morrison deflects it into the corner. Cooper again. Cross to Schuin. Schuin winds up, he shoots. Good save. And Coventry back to full strength. It's a 5-on-3 power play for the Blaze for 27 seconds. And I can imagine the big guns of Coventry Blaze are just itching to get on the ice.
Well, you're going with the shot here coming in, putting pressure on it. That was a great shot coming in from Mike Schuin from the point. But nobody there. Silver, smart enough to deflect that off into the corner.
Ruggles. Tasker back to Cooper. Cooper across to Schuin. Cooper now winds up. Down to Tasker. Tasker has time. And hits Silver right on the big eagle.
Well, Michael Tasker getting a clear shot in there and on it. You'll see him standing on in that. Couldn't get the one time away. It was too much into his skates, but he's looking now. You'll see Silver go down. Tasker just can't get it up high enough to get it over his shoulders.
And Kerry Biette clears the zone. Schuin. Johnson gains the zone. Has Ruggles driving. Drops it back to Schuin. Down low to Johnson. Dudeman, one more, comes back on the ice. It's a 5-on-4. Coventry still with the power play. Trailing 1-0. And Ruggles is in. Ruggles shoots. Can't get any wood on it. The Silver smothers it.
Well, that's the first penalty killed off by the Fife Flyers now. We go down 1 minute short for the next 54 seconds. This could be a huge psychological factor here. If Fife are able to kill this off, that could definitely even push Coventry a little bit more to try to open their game up, which obviously could create some holes for them in the back. But
Chartrand now. Right across the middle. And Fife clear the zone. 48 seconds to go in the penalty. 9.5 minutes to go in the first period. Chartrand collects. Gains the zone. Steps over the blue line. Down to Roberts. Roberts to Chartrand. Off the boards. King intercepts it. Carpenter keeps it in. Carpenter. One-timer. Vandon gets it. Chartrand who directs it in on Silver. And Silver is playing like gold.
that's a good one. Good movement by the Coventry Blaze. I mean, off the back of that, it was a Steve Carpenter pass over to Stephen Cooper for the one time. And they banged it in, trying to get the deflection. But again, Silver stands strong and holds up to the whistle.
Just looking all over the place. Entertaining rink. Lots of things going on. But what a great hockey game we're seeing. Fife Flyers leading the Coventry Blaze 1-0 in the Findus Challenge Cup final. Puck, I love it when it does that. Puck rides along the boards. A little edge between the boards and the plexiglass.
There's not a lot you can do other than just to hold on to it and freeze it and try to get the whistle for it.
Harry Biette. He's going to be a big key to the Fife Flyers. We talked about it again. He's not the biggest guy on the ice, but he's definitely their physical aspect, isn't he?
Oh, he's a strong, tough player, and now especially playing defense as well. I mean, he can do a dual role. If they need to put him up front, he can play there as well. But he gives a little bit more strength and a little bit more depth to the defensive unit with the Fife Flyers.
Comes back to the point. Carpenter, Croston, Soderson shoots. And the Fife Flyers have killed off another one. Derek King returns to the ice. Both teams at full strength. Under 9 minutes to go. Carpenter winds up right into the mitt of Silver. And again, Silver just looks so solid and goal right now. I mean,
well, he's saying, just shoot from there all night long. He's all stopped those. There's no doubt about it. I mean, nobody in front of the net coming in from Coventry. There's no pressure put on Silver. He had a clear vision of it all the way in. Makes an easy glove save off it. But that's where Coventry have really got to get in there, Nick. They've got to get in the face of Silver. They got to take away his sight lines and create some mayhem in there, because if not, he's going to just knock those pucks out of the air all night long.
Tom Watkins to Tasker. Kerry Biette for the Fife Flyers now. Gets nailed against the boards. Good one-touch passing there. Fife move it out of their zone quickly. And here comes Schuin. Winds up, shoots low. That didn't miss by much. Frank Morrison, lucky he got out of the way there. Ooh, and he could get a handle on that. Soderstrom back to Schuin, back to Soderstrom. Derek King now collects the puck for the Fife Flyers, leading the Coventry Blaze 1-0 in this Findus Challenge Cup final. Milton Ruggles can't get a handle on it. Monteith back to King. Derek King up the middle. Plays slowed down a little bit. I think he's Silver now has Ruggles coming in on him. Plays it along the far side. Sean Johnson now looking for a man. Doesn't have any. Does the right thing and holds on to the puck down low. Doesn't throw it away. Carpenter to Cooper. Cooper down low.
Can Fife clear the zone and the puck from the ice surface?
Coventry out there now, just controlling the game a little bit more down there. They've got setting themselves up some chances here, but you see Stephen Cooper again throwing a puck on net, looking for somebody to get a tip on. You got Ruggles and Dumas both camping outside the goal crease. And that's where they got to be. They got to be right there, as I said before, in the Silver's face. They got to get the puck on net, and they got to hack and whack, because that's the way that the goals are going to go in tonight, as you saw with Fife's first goal.
So the referee having some words with Chartrand and kicking him out of the circle. Not happy with both centermen, how they were lining up. Comes in, shot. Cooper's shot just screaming wide. He picks up the puck, sets things up. Fife forechecking quite hard, keeping Coventry pinned in the zone right now. Roberts will clear though, right up the middle through Dumas. Dumas looks for Chartrand, he shoots! It takes a deflection.
That's a good play. I mean, it's in there, a little transition, turnover in the Coventry zone, which got them going and got them over. Claude Dumas standing there again, you know, being effective out there at the present moment. Had a good shot, sets it up for Stevie Chartrand, but just a little bit over the net.
Paul Thompson. Shot at him, the head coach of the Coventry Blaze.
I mean, I think Tom, you know, you don't need to push the panic button at the present moment. I think, you know, basically Coventry are playing well, Fife are both playing well. I don't think coaches are going to be too dissatisfied with what's happening here at the present moment. But, you know, they need to get going. They've got to create a few more chances for themselves, Coventry, if they want to get back into this game.
Carpenter up the middle to Chartrand. He doesn't have any support, wheels back and looks for someone. His pass gets intercepted by Mark Dudeman. Gets it across to Todd. And he just backhands it down into Coventry zone. Soderstrom's pick it up for the Blaze and banks it off the boards and all the way down the ice. Icing gets waved off as it was touched by one of the players. One of the Fife players, that is. And here comes Kerry Biette. Biette tries to split the D. He does! Biette, he shoots! He scores!
Kerry Biette with the goal of the weekend so far.
What a goal, right from his own end zone. He's starting it off right now, and he's looking right here, and he's thinking, I'm going all the way here. Round one guy. Crosses the center ice, gonna go, fakes out to the side, cuts in, just hops around him, takes Burt to the outside, and just tucks it neatly into the back of the net. What a beautiful goal by Kerry Biette. And what a goal to sort of, 5 minutes to go. That's another nail in the Coventry coffin at the present moment.
Wow. Wow. Gotta tip my hat to Kerry Biette there. That was an outstanding goal.
There's no way. I mean, the defense are just sitting there watching him. I mean, God, you got to take the man in that case. I mean, it's a one-on-one, two-on-one basically is what it was, or one-on-two, and to waltz in like that should just never happen.
Two nothing down. The Coventry Blaze find themselves in familiar territory so far in this Findus Challenge Cup weekend. They fell 3-0 behind against the Basingstoke Bison in the first semi-final. But, like you said, Coach Paul Thompson's been there, done it before. There's no panic buttons being pushed.
Well, hey, it's a 60-minute game. We got to go 60 hard miles to win, to win the trip. And at the end of the day, there's no way this Coventry team.
Couple of big hits there by Johnson and Watkins, and a nice scoring opportunity came from it. But now Fife turned it right back,
and the Coventry Blaze are laying the body out there now.
Well, that's one way of slowing Fife down. Like I said, they're not a physical side themselves. Coventry have a bit more muscle out there than Fife does. And I mean, I think really what they got to do is controlled aggression out there.
Another giveaway. Carpenter against Dudeman. Dudeman in. He shoots. Great save. But maybe now, not panic buttons, but maybe he's going to have a word with these defensemen.
Well, defensemen are getting turnover in the neutral zone, and that's just a no-no. There's no way. I mean, both Söderström, I mean, obviously the error was created by Carpenter, who just lost the pocket again. Dudeman jumping straight on it. You can't afford to give those guys that got wheels like that the room and space, or even make one mistake. I mean, that is dangerous, and that could have been 3-goal lead now for the Fife Flyers, but luckily Ian Burt makes a big save off of it.
I think Carpenter's going to be buying Bert a beer after the game. Say thanks for that. But, folks, you can check out this last goal of Perry Biette again.
Coast to coast. That's what this P&L is all about. You know, it's not the tough thing, but look at that. Just Wall Street, Ian Cooper, you know, a seasoned veteran like Ian Cooper out there. And, you know, that just should never have happened. But, you know, beautiful move, and that's one for the highlight reel.
Net comes off its moorings. Or was there a man in the crease? Man in the crease. So the face-off will come out. One of the Fife Flyers had his skate in the paint.
Mark Dudium, brother of Todd Dudium, played with the London Knights last season for the latter half of it. Now moved to Fife, joined his brother, and they've been a formidable partnership out there.
So Fife Flyers with 2-0 lead. Under 4 minutes to go. And Sean Johnson. Again, like the other day, he's one of the only Coventry Blaze really to be... Well, he always shows up, doesn't he?
Oh, he does.
Hilton Ruggles turns and jams it in. And another shot, he scores! Claude Dumas, fed by Ruggles. Like we said, folks, this is going to be a great game, and there's neither team are letting us down.
Ruggles doing what he does best, just fighting down low, feet off the end to get the puck out to Claude Dumas, who cruised in unaffected or unmarked, and just rifle one right up over the top glove of Sean Silver. These Coventry Blaze are back in this game.
Well, there you go. Claude Dumas, seasoned veteran, fed by Hilton Ruggles, another seasoned veteran. When teams are down by a couple of goals, you look at your marquee guys to get you right back in it. The Coventry Blaze have those guys. And the Blaze are right back in it, 2-1. Now, shoots, deflected! I think that may have just gone off the post. But Chartrand now starting to light things up, and the shot comes in from Roberts.
We got a game on our hands now.
And I think Roberts going to be upset at himself for missing the net there because he cleared the zone for the Fife Flyers. He's cursing himself. Cooper now to Chartrand. Stephen King keeping it in. Frank Morris winds up, screams it over the head of Burt. Ruggles getting held up. Coventry Blaze fans hoping for a penalty, but I don't think they had much of a shot on that. Tasker now. Tasker losing the puck in the feet of the referee there. King holding Ruggles up. Biette holding Tasker up. And there's a whistle down low.
Well, again, Michael Tasker, the line Tasker, and Ruggles out there. I mean, just doing a good job buzzing around. But this is a shot that,
Whoa.
okay.
Rewind button, boys.
Now, here we go back. Ruggles, Irvine again. These guys are buzzers out there. They're ditch diggers, they're hard workers, and these guys are the ones that are creating the goals at the present moment. And that's what they're going to need to do. That's what I think more of the Coventry Blaze need to do. Get in there, fight, win the battles down low.
Perry Biette must have logged about 12 minutes of ice time so far in this period.
Well, you know, as I said before, I mean, Fife don't have a huge bench. I mean, you know, they rely heavily on some of their key players, and they rely on them to play, you know, the lion's share of the ice time. And that can take its toll, especially in a final like this, at the pace it's being played at.
Dudeman. From Mark Dudeman. Nice little one-touch pass to Ian Robertson. He dumps it in the zone. Now outside, a giveaway. Dudeman shoots! Goes high glove, misses the net.
Well, I think Dudeman looking for the glory. He was off balance a little bit on that. And you had Robertson, they could have just touched on to him, who had a straight shot straight through. But elected to shoot himself.
Cross ice dump, Burt can't handle it. Hops over his stick. Soderstrom now for the Blaze. Delays, looking for some support. Gets it across to his D-man, Steve Carpenter. And hits Roberts up the middle. Johnson now directs it in on net. Goes wide. Final minute to go in the first period. Fife leading 2-1. Penalty call on the play coming up against the Blaze as they touch the puck. Slashing call coming up against the Coventry Blaze.
Sean Johnson going to sit now 2 minutes for a slash. And again, that's not one you want to really take within 51 seconds, especially in Coventry's end zone. So, you know, they're going to have to fight and work hard here to kill this penalty off. They definitely don't want to give one up at this stage of the game and in 51 seconds left in the first period. They brought themselves back into it. They've got to hold it now. So this is a big kill for them.
Steve Chartrand out there against Monteith. Monteith loses his footing. And that's the thing, a lot of people don't think about Steve Chartrand. They know how skillful he is, but he's probably one of the hardest guys to knock off the puck.
Well, he skates. I mean, it's a strong, low center of gravity when he does skate. He is a strong boy himself on that ice. And, you know, he definitely is a hard man to knock off that puck. But good as a captain, he's a great leader. He's very supportive of the younger guys on the team, and you know he's a guy that's been around. He's been in pressure situations like this before. You know, for Coventry, this is their first major final. You know, this is their first major final, and you know, so they're going to walk around with the silverware. Fife, great number of years that they've been around, been in quite a few of these. So again, maybe over the experience level, they tip the scale a bit.
That puck comes from behind the goal line, pass out front. I think it took a deflection.
Russell Monteith again in there, buzzing around. Both Dudiums, Monteith, creating a lot of chances for themselves. You see Mark Dudium right on there. Just comes off the skate as the pass comes in front. Gets a weird deflection, but Burt was able to cover it up.
Schuin pulls it down out of the air. Doesn't clear the zone. Frank Morris keeps it in. Good hit from Stephen Cooper on Monteith. And the Blaze just send it all the way down the ice.
And ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it. The first 20 have gone. 40 to go in the Findus Challenge Cup Final. The Fife Flyers are leading the Coventry Blaze 2-1. Findus Challenge Cup Final between the Coventry Blaze and the Fife Flyers. The Fife Flyers going in with a 2-1 lead. Gary Steppen in the first period, no disappointment for anybody.
No, I think we're getting what we've expected out of these two teams. I mean, Coventry falling behind the 8 ball a little bit, but they've come back strong over the last half of that first period. Now I think you're going to see a real open up game here.
Fife Flyers. Power play, sorry I failed to mention that. They carried the power play over from the first period. And now we've got another penalty on the play against the Coventry Blaze. So they're really going to be behind the 8 ball.
Yeah, they can't afford to be getting too many more guys. I think it's Steve Carper is going to go now. He's got a penalty. He's got the high stick. I think it was an accidental one, but anytime the stick makes contact high up over the shoulder towards the head area, then it's an automatic 2-minute penalty. So that's going to put Coventry even further down at the present moment. That's something I'm sure Coach Paul Thompson didn't want to see happen right off the bat. You know, let's kill one penalty off, that's fine, but now when you got to kill 2 off, it makes it a little bit harder.
Excuse me. So the Coventry Blaze now down to 3 men. The Fife Flyers looking to extend their lead. 5-on-3 power play, 2-1 up. I think Coventry sends it length of the ice. Viet sets up. Swings wide. Has support either side. Dumps it to Mark Dudeman. Dudeman now takes a hack from Roberts. Morris. Frank Morris near wall. Has Viet high. Viet calls. Nice little pass between his legs. And the Fife Flyers moving around. Well, the shot comes in from Morris. Coventry back to 4 minutes. Sean Johnson comes back on the ice, but they're still under pressure.
Sean Johnson now takes it up to Roberts. Roberts one-on-one against Carey Biet. Roberts goes wide, shoots, and the save is made.
Starting to go end-to-end. Steve Roberts picking up a pass tipped on by Sean Johnson right in the zone of the Coventry Blaze to create a one-on-one chance. So you'll see it right here. They move the puck around to Morris. Morris at this stage, he's walking and he's trying to find somebody at the far post, but tries to then stuff it through the 5-hole of Ian Byrne, but Byrne comes up strong.
Dig it out. 50 seconds to go on the power play. There comes Carey Biet. King not being able to handle the pass just in front of him, and it goes down for icing. That's got to frustrate coaches when on power plays you waste opportunities like that by not going tape to tape.
Well, I mean, that's the whole thing. You know, you're trying to hit it, but I mean, let's face it, this game's it's playing at a fairly high tempo at the moment. And, you know, people are edging, people are pushing, and that's where mistakes are sometimes being made. But, you know, there's a lot of nerves when you come into playing a final such as this. And, you know, guys are edgy, and they know that, you know, they can't afford to make mistakes, but sometimes they happen.
Puck in the neutral zone. Picked up by Carey Biet. Puck moving offside. Carey Biet, again, he hasn't come off the ice since the beginning of the period. We said he must have logged about 12 or 13 minutes in the first period. Is he going to get tired?
Well, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, it sooner or later catches up with you, but I mean, it really just depends on what support he's getting out there from the rest of his team. At the moment, he's doing a lot of work. He's playing both ends of the rink. And yeah, you're going to feel it, but I think, you know, it's like anything. The emotions are high, everything, the adrenaline's pumping. I mean, you know, you sometimes don't let that bother you, and you fight through it somehow.
Fife with a 2-1 lead. 10 seconds to go on the power play, looking to set up for another shot. Comes up to the point. And download him on T. Steve Carpenter now steps back out onto the ice for the Coventry Blaze.
Coventry Blaze returns at full strength.
Back to full strength. They're going to get a shot the way. Hits a skate in front. No one can get onto the rebound. Fife keep it in through Frank Morris. And again, Fife retaining possession. Even though they're back to full strength now, Coventry clear the zone. They'll regroup. Get the lines back to normal. But Carey Biet swings through the middle now. Carey Biet dishes it off to the side. The shot comes in. Deflected. Silver down. Where's the puck? Comes out in front. Roberts wheels away with it. We got a 3-on-2 situation developing. Carpenter driving to the net. Great play by King. Derek King to break up that rush from the Blaze, but they kept the puck. Chartrand turns and shoots. The puck's on the doorstep and still makes a save.
Well, it's come back. The tables have turned again. Fife put a lot of pressure on that power play. Coventry doing a great job to kill it off. That'll give him a psychological boost, but I mean, it all starts down there. Look at the save there off the back of Bird. Bird made a great save and then turned it around. Robert breaks out and he's got Ruggles with him. 3-on-1 break. Just couldn't pull anything off with it.
Shot comes into the point. Carpenter swings it wide. Quick pass out front from Chartrand to Roberts. Roberts tries to find Dumas in the slot, but can't. Mark Morrison clears the zone for the Flyers. Dumas brings it back to Roberts. And they give away Derek King with the puck for the Flyers. Gloved down by Carpenter. Gets it to Roberts. Again, just loses control. Puck gets bounced out of the zone by the Flyers. They're looking a little scrappy. 4 minutes gone in the second period. Fife Flyers leading 2-1. Findus Challenge Cup Final, the very first one. And both these teams are very, very hungry to get their name on that silverware. Coventry, like you said, Gary, it's their first major opportunity to get some of that silverware. And whereas the Fife Flyers, they have to build a new cabinet, I imagine, every couple of years, the month that they win.
Well, they've got a few trophies in that one, that's for sure, over the years. And they've been going for some 63 years, British ice hockey. It's quite an achievement.
Definitely a mecca of hockey.
Well, they've got a great tradition, great hockey history in Fife. And they're continuing to build every year.
And that just gets pumped in the zone. In your position, offside there, in your position as GM of the league, do you know if any rules are going to be implemented with the touch icing, or, I mean, is that going to come back?
Well, we tried it actually in the Challenge Cup round robin stages. We went back to the touch icing as an experimental thing. We thought we'd give it a go. Talk to the coaches. The coaches are still a little bit concerned about it because there were still some hits being thrown late, which, you know, you got to look after your players. And it was just decided by the coaches that we go back to the normal automatic icing.
Is this something you guys will review and look at again?
Well, we review we'll review all kinds of rules throughout the course of the season. And I mean, you know, with the touch icing, with overtime, penalty shootouts, things like that, which we took away this year, where we did have the penalty shootouts if there was still deadlock after overtime. You know, so you experiment to try to find the right balance. But there's all things like, you know, finding ways that can enhance the product, enhance the game that you know, you try to bring in. But, you know, that's one thing that's fine for fans, but you also have to take in, you know, the concerns of the players themselves that play the games. And, you know, so they have to be balanced.
Heard Irvine having a discussion with the officials. I'm sure they're not talking about where they're going to go after the game.
I don't think that's going to be the case.
In the next break, in just under 15 minutes.
I think the officiating, when you look at over these last 3 games, they've been, you know, it's been solid. They've done a good job out there. They've controlled the games. They've let them flow.
Yeah.
And that's the sort of officiating you want to see. Not the ones that are stepping up and want to be the show themselves. They just, you know, fans come to watch ice hockey. They come to watch their teams play. And, you know, I think that it's credit to the refereeing at this over this weekend that they've been allowed to let players play the game.
They come to watch you too, though, Garrett.
Well, sometimes not.
We're going to get you up on that stage later on.
Yeah.
I'll go home. They're debating now whether or not that puck should, the face-off should be in or out of the zone. Saying, Coventry are saying it went off, it was directly, came off the stick of the Fife players. The Fife players saying it deflected, but I think Coventry won the battle. Don't think anyone deflected it, went off straight off the stick of Monteith. Good hits thrown up there from the young British stars of the future. Monteith fakes the shot, goes around Schuin. Schuin losing a hold of Monteith. Shot comes in from the point from King. And Tom Watkins barreled into Darnell, the linesman. Sean Johnson now plays it across to Schuin. Up to Hilton Ruggles. Hilton Ruggles sends it out front to Watkins. As you said, leading into the semifinals, Watkins and Ruggles were the leading scorers in the Findus Challenge Cup rounds. 6 goals apiece, so obviously there's some good chemistry on that line. Now Monteith sends it in to Robertson, and Biet gets it. Biet with a great move! Oh! Just when you think you can't get any better, he goes and pulls one out of the top drawer. Where's he getting these goals from?
Look at how quick he moves his hands here. He goes and looks at, tries to get Burt out of position, but I think he's going to shoot. Gets Burt to commit himself, then goes to his backhand, just tucks it in. What a beautiful goal by Terry Biet.
Well, I've seen Terry Biet play in the Super League. I've seen him play in the British National League. He's always been a player that sparks and shines and stuff like that, but he's just he's really elevated his game in these last couple of games, the semifinal against Peterborough. No one was really challenged there, but he's playing outstanding in the first half of this game.
Absolutely, he's made some moves that you know, really enhances, like I say, the product of the British game at the present moment. You know, and that's what the fans want to see. They want to see those dazzling moves, and obviously Terry Biet hasn't let anybody down here today.
so far it's been the Fife Flyers and the Kerry Biette show. They're leading the Coventry Blaze 3-1. Coming up to the midway point of the game. But, like we said many times before, nothing's over till a bad lady sings. The Coventry Blaze are a dangerous, dangerous team.
I tell you, I mean, there's a lot of hockey left to be played. I mean, there's 32 minutes and 42 seconds left to go out of this final game. And, you know, what are we, 3-0 down Coventry against Basingstoke on Saturday's first semi-final, and 12 minutes to go in the game, and they pulled it out and they tied it. So
there you go.
You know, there's I don't think anybody, this game is far from over yet.
The draw gets pulled back. A horn for the Flyers. Puck going across to Schuett. Sorry, Cooper. Or Roberts. Jeez. Hard to see from up here. Carpenter sets up behind the net. Dudeman pressuring him, but Roberts gets the puck. Chartrand to Roberts. Roberts has Chartrand driving, tries to feed into the middle. Frank Morris blocks it. And the puck clears his own. Carpenter chips it into the middle looking for Chartrand. Steve Chartrand. And taking the boards by Kerry Biette and Ian Robertson. Shot comes from Roberts. Sorry, from Michael Tasker, and Sean Silver makes the save.
Now Fife is shutting them down. They're keeping Coventry to the outside. They're not really giving them any room to get to the middle. Block shot there by the Fife defense off the Michael Tasker shot, and Silver not having much problems holding on to that one.
Well, he's been beaten once by Claude Dumas, and until that, he's been, well, he still is. He's playing outstanding, Sean Silver. So is his opposite number, Burt. Talked about the goaltending many times in this league, especially in this, over this weekend. It's been amazing, hasn't it?
Well, I mean, goaltending, like I said, goaltending plays such a big part in your team operations, and, you tend to probably want to find, your goalie first, and then you build your team around it afterwards. I think, it's key to find a goalie that can, play 70, 80 games maybe in the course of their season, especially if they're the number ones, and be effective. And sometimes money well spent to find that.
You know a couple of good goalies, don't you?
Well, I've seen a few in my day.
Running the family?
Well, one ex-goaltender in the family.
How come you didn't want to be a goalie?
Well, funny story. I used to be the goalie in the family when I was young. My brother was the out player. It was all over to do with who would have the nicest sweaters, and I liked the team that he played for when he was out. So I went out, and he played in goal and took my place, and he played the NHL, and I didn't. So
that is a good story for you, folks. You could have been a goalie.
Absolutely.
You could have been in the NHL.
But then again, I've come to Britain, and he hasn't. So there you be.
And the face-off is just outside the Fife Flyers zone. Steve Chartrand wins it, pulls it back to Schuett, who sends it across to Cooper. Back to Schuett. Sends it in on Silver. Silver gloves it down. Has Horn. To Dudeman. Dudeman sending that all the way down the ice. Didn't find his brother, which I imagine was his target. Kind of misfired on it. Went all the way down for an icing call.
Well, Mark Dudeman, like I say, he's made an impact to this league this season so far. I mean, obviously, Fife in the league have progressively done better as it's gone on, and they're climbing the table. When you look at the table, how it stands at the moment with Dundee, Coventry, all vying for the top, the Fife near that. The league is very competitive this year, and, the likes of your Milton Keynes now turning over some of the top teams like Coventry, Guildford of the world, and, it's nice to see because you can go in any game now and there's no certainties anymore.
Dudeman. High off the glass, and the angle of that carried the puck out of the zone. Out of play. Dudeman really lit it up against Peterborough. He's got outstanding skill as a player.
Oh, I mean, they're both. I mean, you know, they skate well, they've got good hands, they move the puck quick, they read the ice well. I mean, you know, it's saying they're complete ice hockey players, but, you know, they're pretty close to it, and they, like I say, are very effective for the Fife.
Coventry keep it in, send it down low. Derek King collects it. Decides to take it up the zone himself. Gains the red, dumps it in. Roberts beats Roberts into it. Coventry clear the zone, goes all the way down the ice for an icing call. Just 3 seconds gone past the halfway point, 9:57 to go in the second period. The Fife Flyers leading the Coventry Blaze 3-1 in the Findus Challenge Cup final. And there's Kerry Biette. It's been the Kerry Biette show so far. A couple of outstanding goals.
Sure, he's got a few more tricks out his sleeve that we're going to see before the end of this night.
Face off to the right of Burt. And Mark Dudeman wins the draw. Gets it back to point. Biette. Todd Dudeman, the Fife trying to cycle it. Coventry break it up and clear the zone. And Kerry Biette again with the puck, just dumps it in. Hilton Ruggles now with the puck. Drives around Cale Horn. Thompson, the referees, just no way. Biette just hacks it out of danger, out of the Fife Flyers zone. Watkins can't get a hold of it. Sean Johnson does, gets it across to Ruggles. Ruggles steps outside at Warren, gets dragged down, looking for a penalty again. Now Mark Dudeman has his brother on the near side. Gets it out in front. Roberts trying to one-hand it past Burt.
Ian Robertson just about getting on the end of that pass and deflecting it in.
Carpenter up the middle. Tries to find Dumas. The lone goal scorer of the Blaze so far. Gets the puck. Frank Morris. Horn just sends it in. Schuin sets up. Goes for the quick out pass to Roberts. Roberts now, watch him let it go. Oh, and he fanned on it.
I think Roberts might have a broken stick. I don't know. I mean, he didn't get much wood on that thing. It looked like
And he just tried to go to the far post of Steve Chartrand. Loses it. 3-on-3 back the other way. Monteith. Nice drop pass to Morris. Morrison, sorry. And the shot comes in from King. Morrison with the puck. Looking for help. Tries to get it out front. Coventry clear it. 7:30 to go. Flyers winning 3-1.
Fife Flyers now taking control of this game a little bit more. They're being a little bit more fluent. They're holding on to the puck a little bit longer. The passes are a little bit more crisper than Coventry's.
Another chance here. Robertson. Again, that play was started from that man Biette with a great pass up to Judeman. Cooper just sends it in. Silver steers it into the corner. King misses on the clearing chance. He's got a second whack at it. Pumps it out of the zone. Carpenter for the Blaze. Dipsy doodles out of his zone. And Silver holds on for the face-off.
Silver taking the whistle, knowing that he wants to get a line change out there, get some fresh legs out. Judium and Biette's been out there for a good minute or so. So, you know, he's being a smart goaltender. You know when you got to take the pressure off, and that's what Silver did.
Face-off to the right of Sean Silver. Down low, these face-offs, so important for coaches. It's the extreme tactical part of the game. How they set things up. Fife win it. and get the puck out of the zone.
Fife just doing the simple things at the present moment, you know, clearing their zone, trying to get it out of any danger zone, and, you know, they're doing a good job of that. They're definitely frustrating Coventry at the present moment.
Puck clears, I think they saying that I don't know what the whistle went for.
We went out and I think it just hit somebody and came back in, which
Can't happen.
can happen. That's why there's a face-off just outside the Coventry zone.
There, the Coventry Blaze. Stevie Chartrand in the middle there. Claude Dumas to, what is it, left or right? Left. I don't know what's what. Terry Biet back out on the ice right away. Quick break. Carpenter sends it in, takes a deflection. Biet gloves it down, gets it up the wall. Johnson holds it in for Coventry. Turnaround shot from Carpenter. And Soderstrom keeps it in on the far side. Another shot comes in. Ruggles can't get a piece of it. Good work by Coventry on the far side. And the puck just comes in high, and Silver has no problem taking that one out of the air. Good fly ball, and he gets the out.
Seems like at the moment, you know, whenever the Johnson, Ruggles line, Watkin are out there, I mean, those are the ones that seem to be doing some of the damage. They're the ones that are starting to create the chances. You know, and it might not be long before they can convert one, but they're working hard, they're putting pressure on the Fife players, and they're getting control of the puck. And that's, you know, I think a couple of the other lines have got to start picking that up and start grinding a little bit more, winning battles down low, not turning over in the neutral zone. Here we got a breakaway.
There we go. 1-0. Judeman, he shoots, he scores! Mark Judeman beats Bert high, knocks the water ball off the top of the net.
Well, we're right there with the turnover in Coventry. The defense fought out all the way, and look at that, one-on-one with the goalie. Julian takes him to his left. Bert sprawls, but look at that, right top shelf, water ball and all.
And that's a feel-good goal for the Flyers to make it 4-1 in the Findus Challenge Cup final. And all of a sudden the Coventry Blaze find themselves in the same position they were in semi-final number 1 against the Basingstoke Bison, and that's 3 goals down.
Well, it just seems at the present moment, Coventry are not penetrating. They're not getting in. They're not getting in Silver's face. They're not creating chances close in, and that's what's hurting them at the moment. You know, they're not finishing anything that they can put together. And at the moment, Fife are capitalizing on the mistakes that Coventry are making, especially in the defensive zone.
Shot comes in strong, rim. But Fife pick it up. Todd Peterman bounces it off the boards. Morrison has Stephen King. Goes up high to Horn. Horn can't get the shot away. Coventry's Steve Roberts. Up the middle to Dumas. Just dumps it in the zone. But Silver gets a piece of it. Slows it down to Frank Morris. Goes up the far side. Fife looking extremely composed right now. And their fans are getting in on it as well.
Well, they've got a 3-goal lead at the present moment. They're definitely in the driving seat, and I think that's relaxing them at all. They're keeping control. They're working through everything. They're making their passes crisper and they're neater than definitely Coventry's at the moment.
Chartrand dipsy doodling, loses it, turnaround. Morrison to Judeman. Judeman shoots! Off the post!
I gotta say, I think that was in the net. And I tell you what, that's not far. You know, it looked like it's come right underneath it, and we'll see it here. But it's a turnover again by Coventry in the neutral zone by Stevie Chartrand. And look at that, Mark Dudium comes in.
Out right up the far post and back up underneath Bert.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's a get out of jail.
But it was Mark Dudiman who skated right behind the net, and he didn't have any complaints over that. He saw it rip off the metal work and come back under Bert. What a shot.
It was a shot and a half, a wrist shot, a quick wrist shot. And for all you youngsters out there, the slap shot will tell you is effective, but the wrist shot, you know, being a quick one is more effective, especially close in.
There's a giveaway from Biet. Yardley for the Coventry Blaze. Tries to feed it up front. Viet gets a skate to it. Tasker sends it around behind the net. Viet intercepts. Viet backhands it out of the zone. But Schuin kept it in. Good play from Schuin on the point of the Coventry Blaze. Keep that puck in there. Keep the pressure on the Flyers. They're trying to get back in this game. 3.5 minutes to go and they're 4-1 down. Coventry with the puck on the far side. Yardley sends it around down low. The Tasker wants to get off the ice.
Well,
Fife with a quick stretch pass. Intercepted by Cooper. Here comes Ruggles. Ruggles winds up. Fakes the shot. Play gets broken.
Just indecisiveness right there at the moment on the behalf of the Coventry Blaze. They don't know whether to shoot or pass, and obviously Pfeiffer just picking them off, and they're not penetrating. Coventry are just not penetrating. They've gone back to where they were really in the first 2 periods of the game against Basingstoke. They're not capitalizing on any chances. They're not being effective as far as getting into the net, creating and bumping and grinding. They've gone off their whole game, which is actually one of the reasons why they're here. They're a hard-fighting, bump and grind hockey team that have talented goal scorers. But, you got to have the puck to be able to score goals, and they don't have that at the moment.
And they're also facing a team in the Fife Flyers that are extremely on form right now.
Oh,
they woke up on the right side of the bed today.
I would have said, coming into this game, obviously Fife's game against Peterborough was really a sort of walk in the park, I guess you could say. But, and Coventry's fight back was exceptional. And, you've seen they would have the edge going into this game because they had a tougher game. They probably were more physically ready. They had a longer rest period as well than Fife did. But they're just not, they're not performing out there at the present moment.
Form books do not matter in one-off championship cup games.
Well, I think really at the end of the day, it's got to the situation now where, fans from Coventry at the moment are up and...
They're excited. They want to get going.
They need to be making some more noise and getting behind their team. And they need a goal really to spark that off.
Yeah. They're trying to... The Coventry fans are trying to get the guys going. Fans are always worth another man if they're on your side. Whistle on the play.
1:58 to go. Like I say, really, Coventry's got to put some pressure on them now. They've got to pull a goal back before they go into this third period.
Well, just under 2 minutes to go. The guys are on the ice that can do it. Steve Sharkshan, Claude Dumas, Stevie Carpenter, Roberts, Soderstrom. They're all high-quality players. And I know there's a goal in a few of those sticks out there. Carpenter shoots. Doesn't find a target. The Blaze cycling it. Roberts. Losing it to Derek King, who goes high off the glass and out. One and a half minutes to go in the first period. Here we go. Steve Roberts. Roberts shoots! Jeez. I'll tell you what. A lot of these rinks have that meshing behind the goals, but I'm glad they do here because that was a screamer.
That was definitely a blow to Steve Roberts. If he shot silver, you're thinking him coming down and thinking, oh my God, here it comes. But, Roberts is not hitting the target. And I think, again, that Coventry are not hitting that target. And they're not really giving Silver a lot of problems out there at the moment.
Jeez, that screamed out of there. I was cringing. Glad that mesh does work. Is there.
Well, these bigger stadiums now are designed where, because of the seats are rigged so high up, you have to have that added protection in there, especially, long gone are the old Durham days where people just used to sit around the barriers. And
what about the Durham dog? What about the Durham dog? Did you ever get bitten?
No, I never got bitten by the Durham dog. No, that was one thing. Frostbitten, it was so cold in there. That was probably about it. But, a part of ice hockey history, the Durham Arena.
1 minute to go in the second period, folks. Findus Challenge Cup final. Here's Claude Dumas. He's going to drop. He holds in delays. Looks for some support. Rink wide to Roberts. Carey Biet doesn't send it out. Chartrand, shot. Deflected and goes high, and Frank Morris clears the zone. Fife again, just humping it out of the zone. Stephen King giving chase. Burt leaving across the line. 19.4 seconds to go. We've seen some goals in the last couple seconds over this weekend, haven't we?
Well, absolutely. I mean, it's, there's plenty of time. I mean, 3 goals in ice hockey is not a mountain to climb, I'll tell you that. But I guess if any team can do it, who's proven it, Coventry can, so.
The crowd are definitely getting into it. That's the great thing about these weekends, the crowd interaction, and it's all a bit of jest and good-natured, isn't it?
It's a family sport. Anytime that you can get fans from any different club coming to one venue for a weekend, you see them in the streets, they're having drinks together, they're, with their young kids or with their grandparents, and that's really what ice hockey is about. I believe it's truly a great family sport, and it has a lot to offer for this country. And, that's one of the things we're putting the emphasis on, especially with the British National League, to help promote that and develop it and increase the fan base of ice hockey in this country.
Well, with displays of hockey like this, it's not going to be that hard. This is great hockey, and ladies and gentlemen, the first 40 have gone in this Findus Challenge Cup final between the Fife Flyers and the Coventry Blaze, and we're heading into the third period with the Fife Flyers leading the Blaze 4-1. Here we go, folks. Both teams are back out on the ice for this third period of this Findus Challenge Cup final. The Fife Flyers leading the Coventry Blaze 4-1. Both teams ready to go head-to-head right now for the final 20, unless we have overtime. Because let's not count that out. The other day, the Coventry Blaze were down 3-0 against the Findus. So Vice was 12 minutes to go. They sent it into overtime and missed the one on penalty shots. So, Gary, this game, it's just starting right now for us, isn't it?
Well, absolutely. Can they do it
all
again
right.
is the question on the lips of all the Coventry fans. I mean, can they bounce back from a 3-goal deficit? You say you don't count anybody out until it's all done, and, I definitely wouldn't put Coventry out of this final yet. I'm pretty sure Paul Thompson has had a few choice words to say between the second and third, as he probably did yesterday. I mean, he was probably one of the reasons why, get something up underneath these guys and get them sparking again.
Well, Chartrand has a great play on the blue line there to gain the zone. Letting Dumas clear the zone so it wouldn't be offside. Steve Chartrand, we talked about all his attributes, but also his awareness of all his teammates on the ice is phenomenal.
Well, these guys now have got to pick their game up, and they've got to rise to this occasion. I mean, basically now they're running out of time. They've got to do something quick. I think they've got to get a quick goal here. Fife really will probably just come out, try to stifle them, trying to wear them down. They've got a 3-goal lead. They don't really have to score any more goals. They've got to protect what they've got.
Stephen Cooper's shot just whistles wide. Horn now, Hale Horn for the Fife Flyers. Off the boards and out. Picked up in neutral zone. By Monteith. Monteith steps across the line, but Cooper breaks up the play, and Sean Johnson comes in to help out. Big hit there from Cooper. Burt with the save, steers it into the corner. And Horn now collects it. Morrison just jumps it out of the zone. Soderstrom cross to Irvine. Strong wing dumps it. Might come away with it. No, they don't. The shot comes in from Dumas. Irvine fed him. Coventry are definitely getting a little more physical, and they're getting a couple of opportunities out of it.
Well, somebody's got to do something out there. Somebody's got to step up. They got to lay on the big hit. They've got to create something that's going to put a spark under these guys. But look at this pass here. Kurt Irvine just sees Dumas standing unmarked. Kyle Horn just watching. But I think Silver got a little toe to it. Just deflects it wide of the net. That's a chance just about made and converted by Claude Dumas.
Well, Dumas, similar position there, scored a goal in the first period there. Mark Dudeman steps across the line. Great move, Dudeman in. Can he finish it? Oh! Tripping all over Bert's stick. Bert wants to go get it.
Wow, I'll tell you what, that was close. I was lucky the stick got knocked out of his hand because the momentum there. I mean, Dudeman puts a move on Roberts. Look at that. Knocks the stick out of the hand. The momentum that knocks Dudeman off his feet as well. But that was I tell you what, if they get another goal, that probably could be the final nail. They've got to shut them down here. They've got to basically not give Fife any opportunity to get any shots on net at the moment.
Fife keep it in the zone. Mark Dudeman to Brother Todd, goes up high. They can't keep it in. They give away here. Can they go in? Yes, Dumas shoots. Great save, rebound. Goes into the corner. Terry Biette comes away with it. Terry Biette, nice move. Can't make the pass happen though. And another big pass to Dumas, one-on-one. He delays, waiting for some support. Now he goes wide, or drives. Tries to get it to Roberts. Can't.
Dumas on his own up there, nobody around him to support him because they were going through a line change at the moment. He was in no man's land, and Kyle Horton did a good job to tie him up and not let Dumas get loose.
Mark Morrison. For the Flyers, and he's forechecking against shooting. Watkins now. Watkins. Rink wide to Sean Johnson. Sean Johnson. Tenacious Coventry forward.
Obviously, the difference in this game at the moment, why the scoreline the way it is Fife has been able to capitalize on their chances and they've finished well. Coventry's had chances, but they just haven't been able to finish on it.
King for the Flyers with Monteith in to help him. Good 2-on-2 battle down low. Their quick whistle from Thompson. Face off down in the Coventry zone.
Look at that 2-man on there. Look at that. Silver comes out, takes away any angles, makes a great save.
Yardley for the Coventry Blaze gets broken up there. Biette gets intercepted almost. Coventry Fire, but right back in. Biette gets hit by Tasker. And Fife get it out of their zone. Coventry, neutral zone. Transition quick, but the linesman on the far side is hurt. And the whistle goes down. The whistle blows the play down. May have caught an errant stick or the puck.
Oh, now coming up, getting caught something in the mouth. Didn't quite catch it myself, but it's a tough job being an official out there. You know, these poor guys are walking around. They don't have a hell of a lot of padding on.
Well, the Nottingham Panthers played the Air Scottish Eagles in a...
You see right there, Darnell's up on the boards, and it's just the stick comes up just as the two players go into him.
Yeah, the Nottingham Panthers played the Air Scottish Eagles in a Super League game the night before, and I think a linesman lost 4 teeth. 4 front teeth. Tell you what, you know, everyone gets on these guys, like, sometimes missing a call or anything. We're all human, but they deserve so much credit for what they do.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, hey, you know, you're never always going to get it right. You're never ever going to please everybody. But, you know, at the end of the day, these guys are only human. Players make mistakes. Officials make mistakes. You know, everybody does. But, you know, you're right. You got to give them credit. I mean, to walk out there and, you know, nobody likes officials, it doesn't matter what team they're on.
So that is our hat tipping to officials.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So all you officials out there, this beer's for you. Shot from the far side. It's Todd Dudeman. Five minutes gone in the third period. Rink wide pass to Sean Johnson. Tries to get in front, takes a deflection. Fife winning the little battles right now, I think that.
Well, they are. That's the thing, and that's the difference at the moment. I mean, Fife are picking and getting everything. They're getting stuck in. They're winning the battles, as you say, and they're ending up with the puck, and that's something Coventry aren't doing.
Stephen Cooper getting across the line. Sends it in front. Oh, and Sean Johnson got a piece of it, and it just went wide. Great opportunity there. Fife come back with it. Monteith, nice move. Oh, front. Brett Morrison can't pull the trigger. For Mark Morrison, sorry.
Gotta say, I'm impressed with the way Monteith has played over these last couple of games. I mean, you know, his work rate's just been unbelievable. I mean, you know, the guy is a credit out there. I mean, he's just in the corners in the offense. He's working back on defense, and he's all over the ice. And, you know, he's not a flashy player by any stretch of imagination, but he's a great hard worker and creates a lot of chances for his teammates.
Kurt Irvine chips it out of the zone. Nice pick. Kurt Irvine did a good job breaking that up. Biet looking for the big hit. Biet off to the races here. Hit off of Irvine. And Biet just wants to get off the ice. Shot comes in. Tom Silver holds up. But I think Biet had been out there for quite some time. He was bagged, wasn't he?
Oh, absolutely. I say, you know, he's holding his own out there, but I mean, you got to be getting tired now. 12:43 left in this game. Coming down to the time when Coventry last game in the first semi, made the change. Whether they can do it again yet remains to be seen. But you know, Fife are just keeping composed out there, and they're, you know, like I say, they're winning battles. They're playing smart hockey.
And a whistle there. Scott Nelson came out of the zone, offsides a call.
Mike Schuen standing right there, didn't like it, thought he kept it in.
Chartrand and Robertson. Chartrand wins the draw, comes across to Cooper. Good play by Horn up against Cooper. Defenseman against defenseman. And Horn comes up with it. High off the glass and out of the zone. Really, Fife can really holding Coventry to the outside right now and just kind of shutting them down everywhere, aren't they, Steph?
Well, I think Mark Morrison would be telling, let's keep the puck outside. Let's not let Coventry get into the middle, because that's where they're going to be dangerous. Let them stay to the outside. We can contain them from there.
Shot comes in. And another one from Biet. No speed on it. And Burt covers up and gets a whistle.
Got to get a change. There he is. Kerry Biet again. Just, you know, having an outstanding game. Probably my pick for man of the match in this game.
I reckon there's 4,000 people in this building that say the same thing.
I think they would as well.
Well, the noise is coming from the Fife fans right now. They're the happy ones, and if it stays the way it is at 11:42, they're going to be etching their name in the first Findus Challenge Cup. It is a cup, isn't it? Puck across the line. And here we go. Anything going to come out of this? No. Mark Morrison. Looking at Tom Watkins, but
Mark Morris again, like I said, having to play a dual role out there, especially in a game like that. I mean, he's obviously playing his part on the ice, but behind the scenes, the guy's an intelligent hockey player, and he brings that over to the rest of the players on his team.
Carpenter gains the line, directs it in on goal. Nice save by Silver. Morrison up to Monteith. Ruggles on Monteith, and Monteith has had an outstanding weekend. Gets it up to Morrison. Morrison can't get the shot away. Ruggles beats him off. Ruggles, Morrison are tangling in the back of the play. And, I think Ruggles is going to get a penalty out of this.
I didn't quite catch it off the play. I mean, that's obviously off the puck. Two of them colliding. Hilton Ruggles is probably going to go. I think probably Mark Morrison is going to go as well.
Nice sticking caught.
You see it right there. I think the tussle started below between Ruggles and Morrison there. The puck comes out, a little slash upwards. And it's probably coming up from behind that is where it all happened.
Well,
but they'll both sit a couple minutes each and go to 4-on-4.
well, right now it's
Penalty for
Morrison.
17. Mark Morrison receives 2 minutes for high sticks. Time 49.
Morrison's got the penalty.
Penalty for the Fife Flyers on the 17.
Just the one.
Receives 2 minutes for high sticks. Time 49.
And Hilton Ruggles is he's down in the players' box.
No, I think Ruggles was going as well. That was the initial call. Ruggles probably just thought, I'll try to hide out of the way and sit over on the bench. Maybe they won't notice that I'm there.
You can run, but you can't hide.
They found him.
Now that's Ruggles is pretty upset.
Not happy with that call at all.
But there you go. That's all squared up. I don't know if Ruggles is playing mind games or not.
Well, I mean, I think now, some frustration being shown by the Coventry fans or Coventry players out there at the present moment. And it's starting to show in their game. They know they're running out of time.
So Mark Morrison and Hilton Ruggles taking 2 minutes each. And it'll be 4-on-4. Referee dropped the puck before Chartrand was there. Chartrand again.
Stevie Chartrand's now going to get a 2-minute for tripping there.
Yeah.
Well, it all started on the face-off, and the referee, the linesman, called him in for the face-off, and there is a 5-second rule that when they're called in, they've got to be there. If not, the puck is going to drop, and that's what happened in that instant. Chartrand came in late and took his feet out from Dudium. So he's now gone in there, which is definitely going to help Coventry's cause at this present moment. They're another man down, and it gives Fife Flyers a power play with a 4-on-3.
2 minutes for tripping. Time 49.
About 10:49 to go in the third period. If Coventry are doing this, they certainly are making it hard work for themselves.
Well, it is. I mean, it's hey, it is frustrating. It is frustrating when you think you've been trying out there and work, and you've got no rewards out of it. As it's getting closer to the end of the game, it just gets more and more frustrating, and that's why I think they're reverting to some of the chippier calls.
Well, good shot there from Frank Morris. Sets things up. Five Flyers, 4 men out there, and Coventry's 3. Barry Biette tries to beat Cooper, can't. Maybe Biette's tank is running a little empty.
Well, I think it probably would have to
Running on
be.
vapors right
I
now.
think that many of the Five guys at the moment have got too much left in the tank, but they've only got 10 minutes left, so I'm sure they're hoping that this 10 minutes goes pretty quick.
Burt holds on for the face-off.
50-50 draw. Receiving £491.
And Mark Judeman comes out onto the ice to take the draw.
Green ticket 1-6.
And they won it. Again, the team that's been winning the majority of the face-offs has been dominating the games. The small little battles that you win. culminates in winning the war. It's one of Paul Thompson's favorite sayings. The shot comes in and it's in the net. Oh, honey pot. That's Terry Viet's hat trick. Made it 5-1.
Well, what a shot, eh? Right from the point. That's where they've wanted to work it all night. They want to get that shot right in on line with the goalie. And I'll tell you what, there wasn't much in front of Bird on that one, and that's gone right into over his glove hand. What a shot by Kerry Viet, and I'll tell you what, I think that could be the final nail in the coffin. But it is, as you said before, the Kerry Viet show. I mean, he has definitely put on a performance here today. Yeah.
Assisted by 18, Mark Dutier. Second assist by 47, Frank Morris. Time at 50:05.
Well,
Goal number 5 for Fife Flyers.
they're just going to get the penalties sorted out as Bill Ruggles steps back out onto the ice. But they're saying that should it be the Chartrand penalty?
It should be probably, I think what 5%, it should have been the first guy in the box. But, you know, what great movement here on this power play. I mean, Coventry are keeping him out at bay, but good quick pucks, movement back, perfect shot, tees it up, and it's in the back of the net. That puts a smile on the fans of Fife.
As you're saying, they're saying it's the first penalty that was called, which is the Hill Ruggles penalty, and he's the one who goes out. I think they would have liked the Chartrand.
Well, I think that's, you know,
Going to be an extra 9 seconds of being short-handed, but either way. Referee Matt Thompson's just saying, you know what? Shut up, guys. Let's get this game going.
pull him in and let us get going.
Stop talking and do something about it, boys. That's what he's saying. 5-1 down. Coventry Blaze. The backs are to the wall. Dumas tries. He shoots. He scores! There you go. What Dumas said. Here you go, guys. You don't have to talk. I'll show you how to do it. And he makes it 5-2. And the Blaze.
What a nice move. You got Dumas just coming in over the blue. He has a look. Quick little fake. Pulls it back in. And then cuts straight to the net. Viet gets pulled out of position that time, and a beautiful shot, right top shelf. And that could be maybe the start of a turnaround, Nick.
Yeah, you know what? Put it past these guys.
Well, they got to bounce back with another quick one here if they've got any chance. I mean, at the end of the day, anything can happen, as we said before, but, you know, time is not on their side anymore.
Assisted by 81, Michael Tasker.
Well, they got 3 goals in 12 minutes against the Basingstoke Bison. They've got 9 minutes and 20 seconds to try and do the same against the Fife Flyers.
Time at 50:21.
Dudeman shoots, rips it wide. Frank Morris can't keep it in, pulls it back. Warren gets it to Mark Dudeman, gets it into the zone. Coventry.
Five Flyers in terms of goal
Carpenter, Fife back to full strength. They've got a penalty for a power play for 2 more seconds.
Coventry Blaze returns
Now Stevie Chartrand back on the ice. And both teams are back to full strength. Offside's the call. 8:38 to go. Fife Flyers leading and Coventry Blaze 5 to do in this Findus Challenge Cup final.
I think you're going to see now, I mean, you're looking at that. I mean, there's Russell Monteith put in a one heck of a performance today, and I think he's feeling it now. Chewing on that mouth guard, waiting for these last 8 minutes to get over with.
Trying to get the air in the lungs. Chipped out, not out by Cooper. Stephen King sends it around to the other side. Tom Watkins is going to pick it up. Watkins, right up the middle to Sean Johnson. Great pass. Johnson shoots. Silver takes it off the boards and holds on for the face-off. 8:16 to go.
Well, that's where Coventry wanted at the present moment. They wanted in the Fife zone. They want to maybe try to pull something off in one of these face-offs. Because it's going to have to be, you know, another goal if they got any lifeline to sort of resurrect here at the present moment. Because right at the moment, the fat lady is warming up. It's an important face-off here by Sean Johnson. He's got to get that back and look for Cooper or shooing for the one-timer.
Tom, do you know the fat lady's name?
Don't know, but she's walking around the arena at the
I think it
moment.
was Kate Brown. I think it was Kate Brown. She was a singer in Philadelphia.
Back in the day, the old Broad Street
She
Bullies.
used to sing after the game. So that's where the saying comes from. She said, I don't know if she sung the anthem or Stars and Stripes or
Don't know.
God Save America, I think it was. Mark Jeudemann gets intercepted. Watkins shoots. Deflected. Schuin sends it across in the zone. Ruggles the only one giving chase as the Blaze go for a change. Dumas on the ice with Chartrand and Ruggles. You gotta like that if you're Paul Thompson, his offensive.
Tell you what, it was. I think Dumas was just a foot over, just lifting it up as Cooper tried to bring it over the line. He's arguing on that call because he felt that he was onside when Cooper crossed the blue. You'll see it right here. Look, he's right there. That's a good call by the linesman. His foot was up, he was over. Stevie Carpenter, I think, is now going to go in the penalty box and search. I know it's Claude Dumas. I think he just said one too many words to the officials, and hey.
But these guys will take a certain amount of chirps from boys. When you cross the line and you get the ball.
Exactly.
That might be just a personal penalty at 10 minutes, so it's not going to affect the Coventry plays on the ice. But I'll tell you what, he's a double goal scorer, and he was the guy who said, I'm going to stand up and counter right now, and now he's sitting down for the rest of the game.
Absolutely.
Unless he goes OD.
You know, I mean, the whole thing is, yeah, I mean, you know, it's debatable, and in the player's eyes, he wasn't offside, but, you know, you sometimes just got to let it go. You got to focus, but that's what I'm saying. It's frustration now that's set in with this team. And, you know, it's just letting that overrun at the moment.
So the Blaze losing some discipline here with 7 minutes, 20 seconds to go. 3 goals down against the Fife Flyers. Fife Flyers played so great, and also you got Sean Silver to beat it in between the pipes. He's been outstanding. Paul Thompson, he's got to come up with some answers.
Well, I don't know. I mean, Paul's, you know, he's probably thinking, he's trying every sort of formula that he can put together at the moment to get some legs out there. But I mean, when you got your 2 goal scorers sitting in the penalty box for the rest of the game, you know, somebody else has got to step up and take the role.
Greg Morris doing a good job holding on to the puck in his zone. Now he sends it around the board and gives it away. Roberts sends it right back into the little scrum. Roberts gets it to Chartrand. Chartrand getting held up by Horn. Offside's a call. 6:39 to go.
It's counting down. It's looking more like Fife could be the first winners of the Findus Challenge Cup.
You're having a hard time saying it too.
I can say it. There's nothing wrong with my pronunciation of that. Findus Challenge Cup.
There you go. Jumped in for Carpenter. Tasker working hard with Irvine and McGlaze. But the Fife Flyers doing a great defensive job in their own zone. They're not doing anything silly. They're not throwing the puck away or giving it up.
No, I know. I mean, I think you see now, I mean, even Paul Thompson, I don't know that he's resigning the fact that they've lost the game, but they've got some of the young kids out there. They've got, at the present moment, number 19, Rob Ellie out there, who hasn't seen much ice time, but he's getting a shift. Maybe there's something in him that can pull it.
Well, you know, like you said, here we have Robertson almost with a takeaway off of Carpenter. Comes back. Shot! From Mark Jeudemann. He got punished on it as well. I think he's hurt. Mark Jeudeman's gone off the ice.
Tasker now. Tasker shoots. But Fife really haven't put a foot wrong. There you can see Mark Dudeman. I mean, he did get hit from behind there with Carpenter because he let that shot away.
This is a solid hit. It's probably just jarred him a bit, winded him. I mean, you know, he is sitting over there in a little bit of pain. I'd say you guys had an exceptional game tonight. Him and his brother and that whole line of theirs have really performed to the highest standard. But defensively, you know, I mean, they haven't really given Coventry the opportunity to get any sort of quality in there. And that again, is defensive, is credit to their defensive play.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, keep your eyes on the puck at all times.
It's a real credit to these teams who all play such, you know, such hard grinding games. 2 games, a game each on Saturday and then a final. It's what really drives and tests players, though, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, you know, you got to say, I mean, Coventry not the same. They had one long game, and it potentially could have taken its toll. And you know, they definitely don't seem to be the same team at the latter stages. But Fife a little bit more fresher, moving well.
Ruggles out to Watkins. Ruggles plants himself right in the front of the net where he loves to be. Puts the anchor down. And Watkins tries to fight him out front. And Fife just cleared his own. Is it going to go for the icing? Nope. Coventry for Ruggles. Johnson. Forecheck. Ruggles keeps it in. Ruggles uses the body to protect the puck. Johnson sends it right across the crease. Schuett turns. And perhaps a poor selection of shots.
No, you don't want that one coming out. You want to keep it in that end zone there.
What you say the difference has been is Fife have done the smart little plays, haven't they?
Yeah. Well, it's getting just desperation now. They're shooting for wherever they can. Ooh, that took a little funny bounce, but
one hopper, yeah.
Silver, nice little shortstop grab, pulls it out, holds onto it, takes the whistle. Big face-off here coming up now for the Coventry Blaze. You look at the Coventry bench at the moment, they're looking at the clock. They're wondering if there's still some life left.
Stevie Chartrand, winning the draw. Soderstrom can't get the shot through. Gets a second crack at it, can't get it through. Mark Dudeman, nice to see him back on the ice. Dudeman and Tasker having words.
Tasker getting a little chop there. Got on Dudeman responding back with a comment or two.
Dudeman's actually just playing with Tasker right now.
Winding up with Tasker.
Tasker's
Having a look at the scoreboard saying, hold on a minute, I think we're 5-2 up on you guys at the moment.
Yeah.
Tasker better watch it or he's going to be sitting in the penalty box too at the moment. He's got to calm down, focus himself back in this game.
You know, Dudeman's staying on the ice and so is Tasker.
Well, folks, watch this. Something could happen.
I've never seen a guy do that before. That was quite funny. Oh, it's in the net! Steve Roberts from behind the goal line. Goes off the first, off the silver. It's in the back of the net. And it's 5-3, 2 goals down with 4 minutes.
I don't know. We've been here before. Could this happen again?
I just saw Bentley's butt run away, running down through the. He's leaving the building. It ain't over.
Well, I don't know. Steve Roberts, I mean, that's just taking a bounce in, but I mean, off the back of Silver just handcuffed him, went under the pads and went in. That was a hit and hope shot.
But this game is just, it's all there now. 2 goals down.
Well, that's definitely going to pick the Coventry team up a bit.
Yeah, and the crowd.
Fife's got to be careful. They got to get back to playing the way they were.
Steve Kane, pink shoots, doesn't find his way through. Monteith outside. It's in the net.
What they're saying, hey, if you can score on us, we'll score back on you.
Man, that's a
Short
heartbreaker.
side.
Monteith.
Not good. Look at that. I mean, you see Monteith come back, has a quick look out to Mark Morrison, who just short side in the back of the net. Nothing there. Morrison walks in unmarked, unmanned.
Goal number 6 for the Fife Flyers.
And that now could possibly do it.
Well,
49 left to play.
you see how easily goals can be scored, like, 2 goals 30 seconds apart, stuff like that, but it's the mental state of these teams that really, it's affected. The Coventry go in there, score a goal, 2 goals down, you can easily do it in 4 minutes. And then that happens.
You bounce back. I mean, mentally what happens is, you're pumped, your adrenaline's rushing again, you think, God, I'm going to get another goal. And all you're thinking is offense. You don't think defense. And that's why you give up goals, especially on the transition or on a short space of time. And that's obviously what happened there. They were just thinking, so it's going forward. But, Coventry's still working. Kyle Horn. You got Tommy Watkins all down there fighting for it. Nothing coming up. A lot of pitchforking going on in there at the present moment.
I think Watkins thought that Horn was a bad thing. But anyway. Puck goes out of play. Yeah, now the Blazers, their heads will be hanging out.
Well, yeah, exactly. That really has it now. I mean, now they're back to where they were before, That goal that they got has now just been canceled out. So
3:28 to go.
now it's Fife's turn to be careful. They've now got to be defending. They've got to be smart. They've just got to get the puck cleared out. They don't need any more goals at the moment. They just want to keep the puck out of their end zone, keep it in the neutral zone, make smart dumps into the Coventry end, and just keep them contained.
Viet just dumps it in the zone. Monteith giving chase. Monteith getting hit by Ruggles. King come out with it. Shot went through the crease. Viet right back in, and it goes out of play.
3 minutes exact on the clock.
Wow.
Terry Viet, probably, I would say, the man of the match for the.
You know what? Or Monteith, man.
Well, I tell you, they've got probably 3 or 4 guys that you could probably choose that
I
had
think
outstanding performances. You can look at the Dudimans performances.
Monteith over the weekend has been the one that's.
Let's not forget Derek King. Let's not forget Stephen King. Both have had 2 solid performances over the weekend.
I think it's one of the most solid team performances over 2 games that I've seen in a long time.
Well, absolutely. I mean, that's the whole thing. I mean, really, at the end of the day, and that's what it takes to win hockey games. Whoever has the most solid of performances.
Robertson for the Flyers. Gets it to Dudeman. They rim it. Coventry staying possession. Shewan looking for a target. Finds one. And Michael Tasker, who gains the line. Tasker, King, Fife come up with it. Now Coventry regain it. Dudeman just clears his own with the help of his brother. Now it's Steve Carpenter to Tasker. Tasker shoots. Short side.
Got to put those ones on target. I mean, that's the whole thing. They're missing the net. Their finishing has been very poor. I mean, and I'm sure, Paul Thompson will say that, and that's what he said yesterday's game. But, at the moment, they're not even hitting the target. They can't create rebounds. They can't crash the net because there's no puck there to crash it into.
And the Fife Flyer fans are starting to cheer. So are the Coventry Blaze fans. They're proud of their team. In fact, everyone's cheering. That's good. Good to see you, Nick.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, this is the whole thing. I mean, these 2 teams, as much as, the result of this game today, I mean, it's all about being the best over in a tournament like this, 120 minutes. I mean, and they've done that. Fife's been able to do that. Coventry has put in a solid performance. They've all contributed to what I think has been a great weekend of ice hockey.
Well, I know that no one ever looks for excuses after games, but the timeout's being called. No one ever looks for excuses, but I do. It goes on the back of your mind that about the overtime and the long game that the Coventry had to go through the other day.
Fife Flyers taking a timeout here because of Kerry Biet's helmet. His chin strap was broken and he couldn't fix it. The referee wanted to go him off, but I think Mark Morrison just said, look at no. Let's take the timeout. Let's get your helmet fixed because we need you on the ice just to close the door on this.
Great call.
Paul Thompson just patting his guys on the back. I mean, look at there, Biet working on his helmet. At any time you have to go off if there's any equipment default.
You have to do up your chin straps. And Beats has it up. So the pot's on, ready to go, 1:27 to go. And really it's, I think the formality now is 6 minutes, 27 seconds.
So I'm just going to run down. Coventry trying to just sort of, not give up the ghost. Maybe just try to get a late one in here. Bring the scoreline a little bit closer together.
I'm going to wonder when they, if they try and pull their goalie.
If they could get one quick, they might.
Icing's a call. Well, would you gamble now? Face off down low? What do you got to lose?
Nothing to lose. I mean, at the end of the day, why not pull your goalie? Try to get that extra attacker out there. Maybe something quick. Who knows? Get the puck back in again and try it again. Odds are, though, at the present moment, I mean, Fife are dominating. They're controlling the boards. They're controlling the puck.
Well, offside's a call. And once again, all the fans are up cheering.
It's been a long 2 minutes of hockey. There's been a lot of stop and starting going on, isn't there? Nobody giving each other an inch out there at the moment.
Players getting ready to bear it down. Steve Chartrand out there. Pease. Again, like you said, there's some guys out there, Yardley and Pease, that haven't seen a lot of ice time. And Paul Thompson's gone to them.
Paul Thompson's getting some ice,
Yeah.
It's their final as well. They got them here. Why shouldn't they contribute and get a bit of ice time? Young players, it's the experience also that counts, and when you're developing an individual as well. So definitely don't think this will be the last time you'll see, Coventry in a final. They've got a great team, and they're going to be here for a long time.
That is true.
But you got to take your hats off to the Fife Flyers. The performance, the resilience that they've created and shown over these last 2 days,
Yeah.
I mean, it's been exceptional. And considering that, the number of guys they've got on their bench, everybody has just worked hard for a good, 60 minutes. And then that's really what it's all about. It's a team effort out there, and it's a team game, and they've been able to do that.
Yeah, they were, two solid performances, weren't they? Against Peterborough, the dominating game, and then now against Coventry into the final 10 seconds. Well, there you go, folks. That's all she wrote. The Fife Flyers have etched their name in the first Findus Cup with a 6-3 win over the Coventry Blaze. Gary Stephan, give me your final thoughts over the whole weekend.
Well, I think really the difference was in the finishing. I mean, obviously Fife were a bit more, better finishing on the night. They took their chances well. Coventry struggled a bit. They didn't finish off what they should have done. And, the team performance of Fife has been great. Coventry gave it their all, but they fell short. But I think really at the end of the day, I mean, who won here is ice hockey as a whole. I mean, the sport, the weekend has been exceptional. Fans coming together to watch ice hockey play is what it's all about. And, long may that live.
Okay, well, thanks a lot, Gary. Once again, there are the teams shaking hands. The beaten Coventry Blaze go down, but they can hold their heads high. And the Fife Flyers, as I say, they put their names on the first Findus Cup. So congratulations to them. Frank Morris will now lift the